Have you ever heard of narcissistic F.O.G? This is an acronym to describe the three weapons of choice the narcissist uses against you: fear, obligation, and guilt. These three narcissistic tools are what the narcissist uses against you to get you to capitulate and take the narcissist's lead. Hi, my name is Shannon Gilmore, and I am a life coach, peer support mentor, and author, helping you to awaken to yourself as I help you heal from your trauma and pain that causes you to fear yourself as you fear life. I personally am a survivor of narcissistic abuse, and it's thanks to Jesus and some wonderful friends, along with my inner child, who have stood by me along my developmental process and my maturation stages, which allowed the door of self-discovery to open and offer me peace and hope and love and uber amounts of courage. This video channel is to help you on your own healing journey. And if you find something in these videos that resonate with you, you are more than welcome to leave a comment, as I'd love it if you would share with all of us where you are watching these videos from. I'm doing these videos here in Canada, and I would like to say thank you to all subscribers. I'd like to welcome newcomers, welcome loyal followers. Thank you. As this channel is now on the move, we are growing, and I have you to thank for that. So thank you so very much for making growth and the shift happen on this channel and in your life. And because we are growing, we need to celebrate. And I think it's time we can celebrate with a contest. If this channel makes it to 1,000 followers by the end of November 2023, I will gift 3 people with 1 free book that I have written. The choice is between A Study in His Word, this is a Bible study commentary, or The Blood Covenant of Elohim. The winners have their choice to pick from. You guys have made me so very proud, as I am so proud of you. You have shared with me your growth through the comments of this channel, through correspondence and email, and you guys are showing me that you're working it out. You are healing and you're growing, and you're well on your way. Well done. In today's video, I would like to share with you how narcissists use fear, obligation, and guilt to manipulate you, and what you can do to stop the narcissist from controlling you. Now, we've talked about control in this channel a lot. And for your healing process, it helps to set this on repeat. And sometimes repeat can be disguised as information presented to you differently. I personally stumbled on this method, even though I've seen fear and obligation and guilt used so many different times in the relationships that I formed with narcissistic people. Maybe you can see this in your own. Because the first weapon of choice that the narcissist always uses is fear. They try to induce fear in us because they are driven by fear. They have their own abandonment issues as they fear abandonment, and they don't want you hanging around with anybody who potentially can cause you to walk away from the narcissist. So they isolate you and separate you from your family and loved ones, and they use subtle suggestions and gestures to get you to lean on the narcissist more, until you are physically or even emotionally dependent on the narcissist. They make you feel alone on purpose, as the narcissist instills a deep fear of abandonment within you. This ensures that you will never, ever, ever, ever leave the narcissist, even when they are at their worst. Another weapon of choice that the narcissist uses that is also fear-based is a fear of retaliation. Fear is used again as a weapon to control you. And if the narcissist can get you to submit to them through threatening you, through emotional or physical harm, this then ensures your loyalty and longevity in the relationship. The narcissist may even threaten your friends and family, even your family pet. And this is all in attempts to just keep you compliant. The narcissist is always fearful of being exposed by you or by others. So information that they tell you, they use in attempts to get you to open up secretive information that they will then use against you through methods of blackmail, extortion, just to ensure that their secrets are safe with you and never made public. Capitulating to the narcissist through fear robs you of your sense of security, your peace, and privacy. You're always left to walk on those proverbial eggshells. You feel vulnerable and scrutinized, and you're subject to ridicule as the narcissist's voice plays in your head even when they're not there, condemning you in front of yourself and in front of your peers. Narcissists will use third parties against you. Now, who are they? Oh, we know who they are. They're the flying monkeys. And they are the people types who will do anything to remain loyal to the narcissist. You know those sycophants that you see, those butt kissers? Well, they might be a flying monkey. They are the spies among the so-called friends, the rats and snitches, the tattletales among the group. They are the ones to launch that smear campaign against you, forcing you to deepen your bond built in trauma with the narcissist. The next tool in the narcissistic toolbox is obligation. The narcissist manipulates you to do what they want you to do through guilt trips, also known as gaslighting, as they create a sense of obligation on your part, as the narcissist has you beholden to them. They remind you, oh, how selfless they have been by helping you. They have been nothing but kind to you. They've been compassionate towards your needs, and they speak like this in a way that manipulates you into believing that you truly do owe them. And they lead you to believe that you owe them your loyalty and your life. And they will force you to become indebted to them, come hell or high water. They further plant this in your mind as they play upon your cognitive dissonance by going public with their generosity. Oh, the narcissists, they love their witnesses, as a witness will only contradict what you know to be true, even behind those closed doors. The more people that the narcissist can have on their side that speaks in favor of all their generosity, the less likely you will be to challenge them in their manipulations. The other tool used against the targets of narcissism is guilt. This is where one will witness gaslighting tactics and attempts to stay in control of their targeted victims. The narcissist will use blame and shame as a way to make you feel ungrateful. You'll then second guess yourself, questioning your own motives, your beliefs, and you'll scrutinize yourself and allow others to scrutinize you as you will allow yourself to be belittled. You'll believe that you are obligated to agree and submit to the narcissist. Because if you don't, well, they see any disagreement as an attack against their character, as you being disloyal. The narcissist uses emotional baiting to hold someone to feelings of guilt. You know those past mistakes that you thought were forgiven? Oh, they're not forgiven. They're not even forgotten. They'll be brought up the next time you do something that disappoints the narcissist. And this past behavior, these past mistakes will be brought up as a motivating factor to hold you accountable for past wrongs that will always be used against you as a way to shame and blame you because you are never allowed the narcissist's forgiveness. Here's a hint. The narcissist can never forgive past indiscretions and mistakes because if they let those things go, then there would be no weapon to use against you with. There would be no weapon to use against you. So, how do you deal with the narcissist's fog? Well, you don't show them any emotion. You don't let them see your emotional reactions. This means getting a hold of your triggers. And they'll push your buttons in attempts to trigger you. Acknowledge your feelings, yes, never dismiss them, but give yourself space, private space, to address those feelings and work it out away from the narcissist, not in front of the narcissist. That's not where you do this. Journal your thoughts and emotions and allow yourself to understand why you're feeling the way that you do. Take a look at the relationship from an objective point of view. It helps to put your situation on the front lines of you speaking as if the situation was something your best friend was going through. What advice would you give to them? What things would you be able to notice that they can't because of them being too close to the situation? Be proactive in your livelihood. Take steps to change your behavior so that the narcissist will stop controlling your behavior for their benefit. It's up to you to discover key ways to set boundaries, as learning to become assertive will allow you to take back your power and control of your life. And I can help you with that. I have a PDF booklet available for you to download. I will provide a link in the description. It's called Talk the Talk, Assert Your Way into Healthy Relationships. Now, I encourage you to talk to someone you trust or seek out systems of support. You have a system of support on this channel. Take advantage of it. Use it. All you have to do is ask, and I personally will listen and help guide you in setting boundaries if that's what you need. Talking with me is always confidential. I'm always an email away. My email can be found in the description of my video. Talking does help. And sometimes telling a stranger, someone who doesn't have the inside scoop on your life, can offer you perspectives that you otherwise could not yet see. So if it's not me you want to talk to, please keep searching for someone who will listen, and don't give up that quest. Keep looking until you find that person that you are looking for. Dealing with narcissism is no joke. The trauma bonds run deep, and even though you have tried certain methods and they seem to never work, I want to encourage you to stick with it because eventually they will work. It takes repetition. I promise you, repetition is the key because human nature has us learning by repetition. It is going to take as long as it takes for you to make that shift happen. Don't give up. Don't put time restrictions on your healing. You're going to mourn. You're going to grieve. You're got to learn to trust yourself. You got to learn to trust the process. There will be days where you'll be bitter. You'll be angry. You'll be anxious. You'll be hypervigilant. And you may be even depressed. Maybe you'll even entertain thoughts of finding ways to terminate your being. Before you give yourself over to any of these things, please, can you promise me and promise yourself that you will reach out to me or to someone that you trust? My email is in the description of this video. I am here for you. That is my promise to you. As this is my promise to all of you, I'm not going anywhere. I am here for you. I love you. It is time to put you first. Yeah? It is time to think about your needs. What do you need? What do you want? Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel fulfilled. You are not put on this earth to be a slave to someone else's whims. You were put here to discover life's meaning and purpose. And that is to love and be loved through knowing the love of Jesus, by learning to love yourself first. The narcissist you know cannot love. Does that mean that we feel sorry for them and sacrifice our happiness just because they're pitiful souls? No. Anyone who abuses your emotions and uses your emotions against you for their gain is a dirty, rotten scoundrel. They're a predator, and they are not our problem. They are for God to deal with, and He alone. So let's stop being up in God's business. Let's be in our own business, because we got a lot to worry about and a lot to deal with in our own backyards, in our own hearts, in our own gardens of our hearts. We got to uproot that fear, that obligation, and that guilt, as these are powerful weapons used against us, as fear creates unwanted emotions that hold us down and bind us to the narcissist. As we learn to put the needs of the narcissist first above our own needs, we gotta undo that. Taking the time to learn to step outside of the narcissist's boundaries of control, that's scary, but it opens us up to a life full of promise and possibilities. Walking towards those possibilities is daunting, it's challenging, but it helps us to awaken to ourselves as we learn the most valuable and important tool we carry in this life, and that is to value ourselves just as much as we value life itself. It's up to you to do with this information what you're going to do with it. So take it, use it, be blessed, and go make your day great. Bye.